All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome everyone here to the state of sin.
And I'm Neon Fawkes.
And I'm Dennis G. And I'm very excited because I'm back, baby. Woohoo!
From Bulgaria.
Back from Bulgaria. Jules, it was amazing. It was.
Did you manage to avoid that storm?
I did. We managed to avoid a storm, and I tell you what, we had so much fun. And Jules, did I end up calling you by the end of the show, or did you call me?
No, you called in.
Did I?
I think so.
Oh
I think somehow you connected up.
Oh my god, I can't even. It was so fun. Like it was fun because you don't really get a chance to get a vacation, especially in today's day and age. We had Arnold. We had Dr. Scholes. He's a madman. Let me just tell you. And believe it or not, the dude can party. Like I'm completely impressed.
Go guide him.
Go guide him. Yeah, it was so much fun. I had a great time. But it's good to be back, Jules. It's good to be right back in the hot seat doing my thing,
Hell yeah. And looking forward to tonight too. We got a cool guest.
Oh my god, I've been actually looking forward to this show. It's so very exciting. We have the Shredwave artists galore here. We have of course we have Demi K coming up soon. But right now, this is actually one of my favorite Shredwave artists. It is McRocklin and Hutch. McRocklin and Hutch. I already messed up their name.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
We'll bring them on after our first track. But yeah, these guys are incredible.
Oh man, yeah, and I'm still not pronouncing names right, but that's okay. How's your week, man? How you been doing?
So that's been all right. Works. Yeah, it's been all right.
Yeah, it's raining in Jersey. But you know what? I got a nice. You know what they just rolled out at Dunkin' Donuts? They rolled out the new gingerbread flavor of the lattes. So I'm set.
Gingerbread.
Gingerbread. It's fantastic, Jules. You should really give it a try.
Not having pumpkin spice.
A pumpkin. That was so last week. It's not about pumpkin spice anymore. Everything is gingerbread and Christmassy because we got good things ahead, Jules. Good things. I'm telling you. It's all uphill from here. All right. Well, I tell you what. Let's go ahead and let's jump into our top story here. What do you think, Mr. Neon Fawkes?
Yo, hell yeah! I think Vosto's bringing something in hot, isn't he?
Yeah, we got a hot thing for you, and here we go. We'll let you know. Yes, top story of the evening. Night Ride FM is looking for talent. What? Yes, Night Ride FM, we are always looking for talented DJs, graphic designers, writers to join our wonderful synthwave team. If you have what it takes... Oh, wait, one second here. Z, what? We already have somebody interested in applying for a position. That was really quick. Jeez. What? Yeah, so apparently we already have somebody applying for the position, but yeah, you can definitely send us an email if you would like to get involved. info@nightride.fm, and Vosto, I believe, is over there, and he is, I guess, interviewing our very first responder to our very, very immediate opening announcement. Vosto, are you over there? What's going on, buddy?
This is Vosto Vlad reporting for Night Ride FM. It seems we have someone seeking for a job. His name is Dr. Anton Fibes, commonly known as the abominable Dr. Fibes. Now, Doctor, we already have 2 doctors. What makes you think we need another one? I have no faith in their profession. I am a different type of doctor. And what type is that exactly? The type that involves blending holy books with reality. I have had 9 successful murders so far using my technique. Murder? I don't believe we are interested in murders, but can you make something useful? Yes, for example, because of my car crash I have been unable to speak, so I have used my musical knowledge to transmit my thoughts directly into speech through this gramophone. That is astonishing. We might be using your skills after all. The audience may know that we've had that accident with the Portal of Cats, which used a device that made everyone speak like cats, so we might need such an appliance. Excellent. So what other skills do you have? I can improve your car air conditioner to the appropriate temperature of minus 58 degrees Fahrenheit. Minus 58 degrees? Why would we want that? So that you can die. Why would I want to die, Dr. Fibes? The question is, why would you wish to live, Mr. Vlad? Why, what? Dr. Fibes, please, can you tell us, what else can you bring to our establishment? There is a truck parked outside filled with jars of embalming fluid. If anyone wishes, I can extract their blood and replace it with embalming fluid. No, I don't think anyone wishes any embalming fluid, Dr. Fibes. And how do you know that? Perhaps someone with very few Spotify listeners, or someone who has been rejected by Nitrite FM wishes to do that. What? I did not think about it in this way. Perhaps you're right, Dr. Fibes. Of course I am right, Mr. Vlad. Dr. Fibes, what are your other hobbies? I enjoy to play melodies on my organ while people are dying. You know what, Dr. Fibes? We may have a place for you. I think you should be a dark synth DJ. After all, you have passion for music and murder. This might be the perfect thing for you. You can release your feelings and be less dangerous for the community. What do you say? I accept, Mr. Vlad. Excellent news. Well, there you have it, folks. From now on, you'll have a new dark synth DJ. The abominable Dr. Fibes, everyone. Passing forth transmissions back to the studio. Back to you, Dennis.
Vosto. Oh, Vosto. Yeah, I mean,
he's a vampire, isn't he?
Where do we find these people? That's what I want to know. Like, don't we get normal people working at Night Ride FM? Like,
no.
HR, are they even doing their jobs? That's what I want to know. HR.
I think, well, Z's not normal.
Z's truly not normal. He's not even human, honestly. But anyway, so once again, if you are interested in being part of this crazy little circus we call Night Ride FM, you can always shoot us an email at info@nightride.fm. Come and say hi. And before we go ahead with our first track, we'd like to make a quick acknowledgement of all our peeps in the house. Who do we got here, Jules?
Ooh, there's got a bunch of people in the chats. We've got one of the artists we're about to play right now. Andrew Bennon's in the chat. And of course, Demi K, all the way from Greece, is in the chat. TK Nylon's in there as well. Void Setup, Evil, Boundless, and Mike Templar. Paul Fulbrandt, aka PF1. We're going to hear a track of his. He's in the chat. Zoo's in there. Z. Daniel Barros. Rex Balls.
Nice.
Knight Rider 87's in there. Hannah Baird is in there. Egg Shen. Shaking the Pillars of Heaven. Perceptor's in there. Joe Loke. Karin is in there.
Nice.
And over on YouTube, we got T-Man and Francisco Antonio, who are like growling that we interrupted the music. So
oh,
I
no,
think
we do that again.
We should play them a song.
We should. We should definitely do that. Speaking of songs, let's go ahead and play them a song.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
So the first track we're going to play tonight is from Minnesota artist Andrew Bennon. And here it is. It's called I Can See the Stars, here on Night Ride FM.
And once again, that was Andrew Bennon with I Can See the Stars. That was a great tune.
Beautiful track. He's over in the chat. He said he recorded the... What was that, Andrew? You recorded the crickets at your friend's fish farm in Minnesota? That's cool. Beautiful.
That is so awesome. All right. So we have a few more people that just hopped into the chat room. So we want to say hi to them. And before we do, we want to apologize to our YouTube crowd that are only here to chill with some good tunes and all these guys talking. We do apologize.
I know, all of us talking. Heaven forbid. Anyway, I want to say hi to Semyon over in the chat. He's wanting music too. We've got the Detective 96 and Vlad Gavrilchik and Cam J196, Nicholas Lapointe. Of course, we got Tim Hutch over in there. Icebergen, Molotov, Lord Tuts, Arctic Mega Defender has joined us, and Cristo has joined us. Oh wait, and Bleach Gecko.
I love that name.
Yeah.
That's great. We got a good crowd. It's nice to see everyone turn out. And yeah, I'm so excited to bring on our guests right now. These guys are like the king of Shredwave, and I can't wait to bring them on. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring on our guests. And I'm not going to mess their name up this time. It's McRocklin and Hutch. Let's hear it for them.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
What's going on, guys?
Oh, we're good. We're just busy.
Yeah.
And it's late in the UK, so I'm just kicking back. I've got my feet up on my studio desk. I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having us on the show.
Oh no, it is all our pleasure. It's totally incredible. So we have
it's 11 p.m. for you guys, isn't it?
Yeah. We just it's late for Hutch. You know, Hutch's bedtime routine is
I know.
It's very different to mine.
It sucks getting old, I tell you. 11:30, I'm like,
yeah, but what time do you rise, Hutch? You get up early, right?
5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my god.
I can't even imagine. But you've got some serious focus at 5 a.m., right?
Yeah, it's the best time for me to write music. So I get up and straight downstairs into the studio and start making music, like McRocklin Hutch stuff.
That's
No
not
messing
big.
around.
Better than an office meeting.
Yeah, but lately I've been just rehearsing for our performance, our first sort of streaming gig that's coming up at the weekend.
Yeah, and we're absolutely going to break that down. I'm so excited. And in fact, I can't wait to talk about that. And because there's some really cool things that I saw your video on Facebook and I was just like blown away. I'm like, this is going to be a good show. But this
it's either going to be great or it's going to go horribly wrong, one or the other, because I'm a geek. I'm just a major geek, and I've got this amazing 3D designer that works with me, and we both feed off each other and just keep pushing things harder and harder. So now the sets that we kind of do in these shows are just obscene, really. I don't think they have any reason being used on live streams, but so far they seem to be looking really, really cool.
It's like a virtual stadium, right?
Sorry, say again?
It feels like a virtual stadium where you have like the people.
That's the idea, it's like some kind of Egyptian-inspired stadium gothic gig.
It's Roman.
It's Roman. Okay,
it's
sorry.
Colosseum. Sorry,
they're all the same.
It's a Colosseum.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah. But I think it's going to be a blast. And one thing's for sure, I mean, so far when we've been rehearsing it, it's just great to, because I stream like 2, 3, 4 days a week, on different platforms, but predominantly Twitch now. But doing stuff with Hutch live and just having that interaction, and you play a little bit differently. So I'm really excited. I think it's going to be an absolute blast. Technical stuff to one side, and kind of thinking or not think about everything that can go wrong, and just enjoying it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, that sounds really exciting. So yeah, I think we might as well just dive right into talking about that a little bit before we go and backtrack a little bit. So it's going to be this Saturday, and it's going to be, I guess it's going to be kind of like in the afternoon, 3 o'clock our time. So that's, you guys are like 5 hours ahead, I believe. That's right. But that sounds awesome.
Yeah, so Saturday, 8 p.m. UK is when it starts. I think that's like a 3 p.m. EST time, and we think it's probably going to run about 90 minutes or so because we want to have a bit of a break in the middle, and we've got a few surprises that we want to get into on the stream as well. So, yeah.
So this of course, is going to be on Twitch. So
Twitch, twitch.tv/McRocklin.
There you go.
There we go.
That is exciting, though. I mean, I saw a little bit of the stage, and I was just blown away. I'm like, this thing is like so ridiculous. Like, but you guys are really kind of in that mode of like, you just feel like you're really over the top.
I was just about to say, just like going hard.
Yeah. Well, I know you guys really have had a very long background in music. I know, Thomas, you've been, at least like since the 90s, I guess, right? You've been rocking out and doing, like, you did kind of like that 80s hairband thing too with previous I guess the heyday of the old hairbands.
Yeah. Probably the perfect time for grunge to come in and kill it off. But
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to. Yeah, they kind of put the kibbutz on that.
But Steve Vai produced that band that I had back then.
Yeah.
And we toured with Joe Satriani and put out a record on Interscope Records, and blowing Interscope's money every week was a great feeling as a young teenager. Just buying random stuff non-stop.
Touring with Joe Satriani, that's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, that's a way to start a career, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, it actually probably started a little bit before that.
Wow.
But that was like my first stint in kind of doing a lot of stuff in the US, as in touring and releasing records and stuff over there. Previous to that, I was kind of maybe visiting the US to do like a NAMM show performance or something like that.
Okay.
But I guess my first big break came back probably in the late 80s when I opened up for Ozzy Osbourne in my hometown.
Oh my God. Wait a minute.
That was when it kind of all suddenly exploded.
How old were you to open up for Ozzy Osbourne? Because the band, it was I believe it was Bad for Good, right? Is the name of the band that you were in with Steve Vai?
Yeah, Steve produced that band.
Okay.
Yeah. So
you looked
when I
super young.
Yeah, when I opened up for Ozzy, I was like 8. Yeah, so really, really young. Definitely, it was like a nightclub and. Not the type of place that probably most 8-year-olds hang out in.
My daughter's 8. She's in the next room playing Roblox right now, like a rock star.
It's like, why aren't you on a stage with Joe Satriani?
Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go talk to my daughter. Oh my God, that is incredible, though. I mean, so really, you must have been, I don't like using the word prodigy, but you definitely. I mean, how long have you been playing guitar? I mean, did you like fall out of your mom and like say, "Here, take this"?
No, I did start playing really young. I first picked it up when I was like 4.
Oh my God!
And I guess my first tune I could play when I was like 5 or so, or around about that. Real simple. Like the chord changes in Thin Lizzy, stuff like that.
Just something simple, like like Thin Lizzy.
Yeah.
That's incredible, though.
But yeah, there's a bit of a story there.
Wow. So you rock it out. You got this thing called Shredwave, and it's amazing. I heard, actually, my very first taste of what you guys do was with your 2019 album. And I have notes here, and I'm really, really bad because we're jumping all over the place. But it was called
Riding Out.
Riding Out. Thank you very much.
Riding Out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was blown away, not only by the music, it was really well produced, and it was just really good music to like just chill to. But it also had a nice little bite to it. It had like a really good amount of like just banging songs and not a lot of vocals. Like the vocals that you used was really only just like riffing on the chorus, which in fact one of our favorite songs, which maybe we could just dive right into that. That'll be great. I'd love to dig into one of my favorite tracks, and I know, Jules, this is your favorite track.
Well, I gotta say it. I discovered you guys thanks to Spotify's little algorithm. I'm a big fan of another band called Wolf and Raven.
Oh, cool.
And they do similar kind of music as you guys, synth shred,
Okay.
And it's the kind of stuff that would be like the music that would be like the soundtrack to some crazy 80s robot space cartoon like Robotech or something.
Right, with ninjas.
Right.
know,
Okay, gotcha.
It's over the top. But anyways, yeah. So I discovered my first single discovering you guys was Hugar. Ujugar?
Oh,
Is it
Jugar,
Hugar?
yeah.
Yeah,
Cool,
Jugar.
Yeah, that's
Such a
popular
great track. And then this one that Dennis wants to play, Animals.
Oh,
Yes.
nice. Okay.
Let's talk a little bit about it, and then let's give it a spin here. But really, this is one of the few tracks that you have on the album that does have vocals, right?
Yeah.
But it's vocals on the chorus, and I'm telling you, I mean, how many words really are on your entire album? Like maybe like less than 12 actual words.
It's not a lot.
But you guys are very efficient, and like just the line, it's really literally like the line, you and me love like animals, you and me fight like savages. Like,
Yeah,
that's
just gets
it.
stuck in your head.
That might
Yeah.
be the entire lyrics of the entire album, with the exception of a couple samples.
Yeah.
But man,
Yeah, that's it.
you
Not a
hear
lot of
that
lyrics on there.
and you just totally get it. You totally get it.
Alright,
And, like,
cool. I think it's just because it's like for us, the synth and the guitar is kind of the equivalent of the vocal line. So a lot of the tracks on Riding Out, my approach to the lead work is not always to kind of go insane and go crazy with a shred, but it's to kind of deliver those melodic lines that you might expect from a vocalist to deliver. So that is kind of the approach, and obviously since Riding Out, we've tweaked the direction and continue to evolve with new styles. Tracks like Italian Disco and Gravity, and also King of the Desert, which features an actual vocalist, which was very different for us, but a lot of fun.
I'm very excited to dig into all that, but let's go ahead and let's drop Animals again. This is from your 2019 album Riding Out, and the lyrics, I mean, we can safely call them lyrics. I mean, probably just some of my favorite lyrics on any type of synthwave album, just because it just hits you, man. It's like, you
Good to know.
get
Less
it.
is more. Hutch, we need less lyrics.
Less lyrics. No, you guys are great with lyrics too, but I mean, as far as like just hitting the mark, I think you guys really did. So let's go ahead and give it a listen. And I probably want to load up the correct song because we're a little out of order. So here it is. This is Animals with McRocklin and Hutch. Here it is. And once again, that was Animals with McRocklin and Hutch. Man.
You and me love like animals.
I love it. Oh, man. Who came up
Hutch,
with that
get
line?
Get them sampled. That's it. That voice there.
That's
Yeah, there you
it.
go.
That's what we need, baby.
Put us on your next album. Definitely.
I miss my calling.
Now, who came up with that line? Was that something that...
That's Hutch's side, that one.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, that was a pretty split down the middle, right? I think so. Hutch sends the tracks over. It's got vocals, everything apart from leads and whatever we did on the final production. So, yeah, is that you singing, Hutch? Actually,
No, the way it sort of, the way the vocals work with our music, sort of over the last sort of 4 years, I've been very influenced by house music, and I was releasing a lot of house music. In fact, I did 122 releases in 4 years.
Oh my God! What?
Signed to different labels, and I was managed by Two Dutch for a while. And I was heavily into house music and not really doing any guitar stuff. And part of that influence was I was chopping up vocals and just, random vocals and just chucking them onto tracks and getting them to work. So that was just a sample that I liked and found and just chucked it on the music, and it kind of off it went.
Wow. Slam dunk.
Yeah, no kidding.
So how did you guys meet anyway? Like, was it... Were you like in the scene like together, or did you just kind of meet online? Or I guess you're in the same neighborhood, right? Relatively speaking.
yeah, we both come from the north of the UK, so we're pretty high up there, not that far from Scotland, as you mentioned earlier.
Wait, could I interject for 1 second here? Because I actually want to read your website, and your website is just legendary, and you could say it was nothing like that, but once BMX rivals legends in the park after a chance meetup at Studio Metropolis, ex-stunt rivals are now working together, replacing vocals with guitars. How much of that is just like a good record side?
Very much based on real events. We actually had different bands back, I'm guessing early 90s. After I came back from the US, I was recording a lot in the UK. And I think Hutch had a very similar thing where he had also had a project going on. Is that right, Hutch?
Yeah, we were recording in the same studio.
Yeah. So we both
okay.
basically were recording in the same studio, and we'd been around each other and seen each other and kind of crossed paths so many times over the years. But I guess it wasn't until like a couple of years ago where we both probably stumbled onto synthwave and similar genres. And I was, when Hutch was going through, was it more like the house stuff that you were sending? Because I was away from guitar, I was mixing and mastering, and then
so
that was one thing I was
happened
doing for some of your stuff, was mastering, right?
It was when you decided to kind of get back into guitars, and then you showed a bit of interest in the house music.
Right.
And then we were kind of experimenting, trying stuff. But really, what it was is we really needed to find an electronic genre that really suited the shredding, and that's where we stumbled across synthwave.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that just the guitars and that just fit perfectly together.
It's
I mean,
like chocolate
amazing.
and peanut butter. Really is.
Yeah, I love that combination.
It's an amazing genre just from the angle that you can make anything a wave. You can have house wave, you can have chill wave, you can have drum and bass wave, you can have shred wave.
Oh, it's totally liberating.
So you can make genres within genres, and it's just brilliant. So
Now, peanut butter and chocolate wave, so good.
but it all works,
Absolutely. So the story on the album cover is, we'll call that a mythos.
Yeah,
BMX. That's hilarious,
we
though.
Went through that BMX phase pretty heavily. I've got a really obsessive personality, and I got into BMXs really hard. I could actually jump over one brick.
Nice.
So it was an addiction. Hutch probably got that addiction even worse because you got into you got like a We the People bike. Was that right, Hutch?
I
didn't go to that level.
I got back into it. Yeah.
Nice.
No, you weren't even worse than that. You were at like skate parks and stuff.
I was going to skate parks, yeah. I was going to dynamics, yeah. I was going to a quarter pipe.
Yeah.
I was getting air.
I was getting 3 inches to get over that brick, but yeah, I remember like a couple of years back you were telling me, and I was like, whoa, that's getting serious.
But
that is hilarious.
I started worrying about falling off and breaking my wrists.
I know.
Yeah.
It sucks when you have to worry about that. In fact, when I was my 40th birthday, I'm like, I'm gonna go to Las Vegas and I'm gonna skydive, and I was like so dead set, and then I was like. Yeah. I was at the place and I'm like looking up in the sky. I'm like, you know what? I kind of like living, and I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think I'd be exactly the same in that situation. I think I like the idea of it, but don't like the idea of it at the same time.
Before 40, I was ready to take on the world, and then reality set in. But no, it's such a cool story, and you guys have a lot of fun with your music, which, I mean, it's over the top shredding 80s awesomeness. And then, you just have like these really cool things. Like, in fact, we'll go ahead and drop another track, and I'd love to kind of talk about it a little bit. What's the next song we have lined up here? We have King of the Desert. Now, this is actually a tune that features vocals, right?
Yeah, it actually has, excuse me, Mark Hudson from Dragon Force on this track, and
That's
he's an amazing guy. And
you guys killing me here.
Yeah, sorry. But we got to know Mark last year because Herman Lee from Dragon Force invited us to go on tour with Dragon Force when they were playing in the UK last year, and we got to know all the guys in the band, and such a great bunch, an amazing band live as well. But Mark's voice every night was just absolutely epic. It's like I would go every night to sort of watch the first track of their set after we'd played, and every night I'd stay till the very last song, and like until the complete fireworks blow up and everything.
Right.
And we kind of just really thought it'd be a great idea to hear his voice on one of our tracks. And a year later, the track is out. Yeah.
So that is absolutely just over the top. We'll drop this one, but real quick too, I'd like to touch on just again talking about your crazy over the top, your imagery. You guys also had an Italian disco song that you literally called Italian disco.
Yeah. Well, that was me like trying to wind up Hutch. Hutch did not want to call it Italian disco at all, right?
It's like doing a rap song and calling it, I know, hip hop.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, Hutch says, "Oh, I've got this great idea for a track," and I'm like, "Let's hear it." And he explains the vibe to me. He's like, and he specifically says, "It's like an Italian disco song." And I goes, "Dude, that's the name of the song."
That's it.
He goes, No, you can't call it that. I'm like, "No, that's the name of the song." And then the more he said, "No, we can't call it that," the more I had to just
that was
get it over the line. Yeah, so
It's a done
yeah,
deal.
I love that track now as well. It's really cool.
It is a lot of fun. In fact, the cover is even hilarious too. It's got you guys stepping out of like I guess like the traditional synthwave sports car in stormtrooper outfits.
Yeah.
Because why not, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But so it's just crazy over the top. It's so much fun to listen to all the craziness. And again, the track that we're gonna play, this is called King of the Desert. And again, this features Mark Hudson, which is just incredible. So I tell you what, let's just go ahead and let's give it a spin. And here it is. Once again, that was King of the Desert. And I tell you what, we were just wrapped up in such a cool conversation while the music was playing. Now, I just want to jump in real quick. We want to talk about your streaming, your live stream, and you actually did some work with, did you say Interscope Records or Death Row Records?
Well, yeah, my band from the 90s, the Steve I produced band, was on Interscope Records, but Interscope at that time had, I don't know if they had ownership or a very close relationship with Death Row Records.
That's insane.
And early 90s, yeah, it's like I wasn't ever really listening to guitar music. I was into you know, kind of like Tupac, and I was just really obsessed with rap. And I think The Chronic by Dre is probably my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Top 3 records of all time, certainly. So I was really, you know, that was something I was into. So every time I'd go to like the Interscope Records, I'd get such a buzz out of seeing like guys that I like really look to as rappers as opposed to like guitarists, you know. So even though on, you know, certain nights I'd be going to the cinema and it would be like Steve Vai, Van Halen, and all these guys, you know, that was like the norm. But seeing these awesome rappers, that was like, oh look, damn. You know, that was the stuff I'd get excited by.
Absolutely.
Yeah, funny.
And your name is could be construed as MC Rock. There's some circles.
That could be my new my new.
I think you got a new direction.
Yeah, I would probably. I don't know how good my rap skills would be, but
actually, we know a couple rappers that rap in synthwave. So.
No, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mark Cooper.
Oh no, yeah.
I've got to hear it now that you've put it out there.
There's something called Nerdcore. We had a guest on earlier this year named Mark Cooper from Detroit.
Oh, nice.
And Nerdcore is basically rap hip hop, but it pays tribute to the days of nostalgia, right? So pretty much what synthwave, retrowave is. Pays tribute to the 80s, late 70s, 80s, early 90s, and it's hip hop and everything. But they don't talk about money and cars. They talk about like your Nintendo system in your basement.
Going to Toys R Us.
Oh,
wood paneled stuff. It's really, really cool.
I've got to hear it.
Yeah. I'll send you links. Mark Cooper is really cool.
We're putting this together. Yeah. We're making moves here. We're making big power moves.
Okay. By the way, before we move on, I need to say hello to some people in the chats.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's so many more people. We got Mitch McDeer and Blakey Biz 20 and Seg Sensei and Comrade Nixko has joined us. And Night Razor, aka Justin Hoffman, has joined us. Join as 2K1. Wild's in there. Deedle has joined us. Fire is everywhere. Blaze Mordley, Joe Coffee, Thetan Bait, Cassandra, and Lionheart. Hi, everyone.
Joe Coffee is a great name. That's a 10 out of 10 right there.
That is great.
I'm calling it 10 out of 10.
Trademark that.
Oh, yeah. Honey Badger Zal has joined too.
Nice.
No, that's not a bad name.
Yeah, no, you can't go wrong with Honey Badger either. But no, this is tremendous. This is amazing. Also, too, we want to just let you guys know, check out their Bandcamp. You can go right now. Well, don't go right now. Go after the show. But it's Bandcamp, McRocklin and Hutch. And, you guys have all your music up there. And you also have, what's really cool is you kind of have like this subscription service that you've been kind of like working towards, like putting out a song a month. And you can basically just kind of like subscribe to the vibe, essentially, right?
Yeah, I think it's a great way of doing it because, you get a lot of value that way. So I find a lot of people, whether it's on our store or Bandcamp, they often buy Riding Out and a bunch of the singles. But yeah, subscribing on Bandcamp is a really good way of doing it because we are now back on releasing tracks quite frequently. So we've got another track coming out on the 13th. What's that, like 2 days time?
Yeah.
So so we aim to have like a track release every month. And Hutch is just prolific with the output, so we've always got an amazing selection of tracks to go at.
Well, very good. Very, very exciting. Check out their Bandcamp and subscribe. Yeah, get some of those rad, just over the top shredding, just goodness. It's good for the soul.
McRocklin Hutch.bandcamp.com.
There it is.
Cool, thank you.
And speaking of some awesome album releases, I know Mr. Neon Fawkes, we also have some other really awesome album releases. You want to kind of run down a few of those?
Bring some of these up. Jansen dropped his recent single, I guess, No Cover Charge. That was on the 6th of November, as well as Thought Beings dropped theirs last week, their album Neon Beach, which is soaked in 80s.
It's on fire. With,
like Tim and Thomas have been talking about, there's a little bit of Italo disco going on in that, like, hard in that album.
Yeah, for sure.
And and then we've got this Friday, 2D Cat.
Yes.
His long-awaited album, Weeks Where Decades Happen, is dropping. And of course, a new single by our guests, McRocklin and Hutch, called You and Me. That's this Friday.
That's it.
Very
Friday
nice.
the 13th. I wasn't so sure about the release date, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Well, the way the world's backwards, it'll probably give you good luck. So.
Yeah. And let's see. Next week, out of Germany, Synth-Apex is dropping their album, Embers City. I've been waiting for this one.
Nope. Very nice.
And Dead Life.
Yes.
Dropping his new album on the 20th called Dark Nation.
That's
And
sick.
we are possibly, maybe, going to have him as a guest. We'll see.
What?
Maybe. Shh. That's a secret.
Don't tell anyone. It's unconfirmed.
And then, of course, on the 27th, this was announced today, Essinger and
Yes.
Nina are teaming up to do a cover of Kavinsky's Night Call.
Because Jules, there is something that the world was missing, and
Yes, and it's
it
Essinger and
is
Nina, a cover of Night Call.
a Night Call cover. But it's Essinger and Nina.
I'm
so
hoping Essinger vocodes Nina's voice.
that would be fantastic. So very nice.
And then, let's see, on December the 4th, Com Trues, his new album, In Decay 2, is dropping. And of course, I gotta say this all the time. The pre-orders are up for John Carpenter's new album, Lost Themes 3, Alive After Death, which drops, way out in February 5th.
February. In internet time, that's like 2 years from now.
I know, who, what? I just want to throw a shout out to Pondy, who popped his head in the chat, in the YouTube chat. Hello.
Hey, shut up.
And I think it's time for some tunes.
Yes. Let's drop another tune here. What do we have lined up, Mr. Neon Fawkes?
Aha. So our friend from Brazil, Dastron, reached out to me. He's got this new track. It's called Hollow. He's in the chat right now, folks, so say hi.
Nice.
And he's got vocals on this one. It's amazing. So yeah, this is Dastron with Hollow here on Night Ride FM.
And once again, that's Dastron with Hollow. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. That's a badass tune.
Posting a link to that in the chats, dastron.bandcamp.com.
Yeah.
I was having a little bit of a chat with him what was it, last night, Dastron, over instant message. And he used to be in a band. He used to do some metal as well.
Nice.
He used to sing, play guitar, everything.
Got that over-the-top 80s sound, that hairband sound.
Yeah.
Digging it,
and
man.
now him and Dimmy are like in talks, so we might get a D&D collaboration going on here.
Oh, that's a match made in heaven right there. All right, so real quick before we dive into a few more of our things, I want to dig into a little bit of the Shredwave core of this whole ensemble here. Now, Thomas, the question that I have for you, and I'd love to know, how many guitars do you have?
It's not an obscene amount. It's not crazy, but I don't know the number. But I'm gonna go, 35, 40 sort of region.
What?
But I don't count them.
It's not a lot. I just can't count them.
No, it's just, bear in mind, a lot of these guitars have a lot of sentimental value, and I've had a lot of these guitars for a long time, so, it's difficult. I've got to say, since joining Kiesel a couple of years back, maybe it's just going on a couple of years, they've been sending different models, and it's been a great ride, and they're a great company, and there's a couple more actually en route which are totally Shredwave to the max. And it's like, okay, I'm doing this streaming show quite frequently. I need guitars that are just totally over the top for that show.
Of course.
So some of the ones which are en route are.
Do you have the V-neck ones? The ones that are like the V and the things and the double strings and.
How do you mean by V-neck?
I don't know.
Like the shape of the neck?
It's like shaped like a V, I guess.
Oh yeah. The body, yeah, for sure. I've got some pointy ones, and I've actually got another very pointy guitar en route, which is incredibly kind of like
guitars.
80s inspired. Yeah.
It was all about the points in the 80s.
Ways.
Everything was pointy.
Sorry, I thought I was like thinking like a V-neck.
Well, I was thinking of two things at the same time.
Neck. I was like, oh.
The one that's shaped like a V, and then there's also like the double guitar ones too, which is like it's got the two sets of strings. I guess I don't even know what the science behind that is. Like,
yeah, I never really got into that sort of thing.
It's
like often it's like a 12 string on the top and a 6 string on the bottom. But
yeah,
I
couldn't. I don't have that many hands. I don't know how they would do it. I guess they they switch it, right?
Yeah. Not my thing.
Not your thing. But you have a pretty rad. It's like a little wireless thing, because I know you do shows on Facebook as well, and you kind of have this like school of McRocklin. I guess that's the name.
Yeah. So School of McRock is my online guitar teaching website.
I love it.
School of McRock.
Okay, I mentioned it earlier. I didn't come up with that name, but once I heard the name, I was like, oh no, I just can't not call it that now. It's like a play on words in the cheesy way. But
School of McRock, hosted by MC Rock.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly. And on today's lesson, we're going to be doing all practice lines.
I love it.
Yeah, but School of McRock, it's great. It's basically where I upload every week a brand new guitar lesson. We have live master classes, back-end tracks, guest lessons. It's a lot of fun. We've got some amazing members. We have our own Discord, and the guys are amazing, really, really good. So it's an awesome community, and it's fun to kind of do all the crazy licks that I do on Instagram and get to break them down and show people the approach and techniques behind them in a way that's not totally overwhelming or boring, that you need to sit through a 3-hour course to to learn something new. You can literally 10-15 minutes, and hopefully something's gonna you'll learn something that's gonna be in your playing for forever. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That's incredible. Very, very cool.
Dennis, we need to convince Outland to get these guys in one of their lineups.
I'm telling you, Stu.
Whenever concerts happen again,
yes.
I want to see McRocklin and Hutch at an Outland gig.
We need all that. We need the
great.
rock.
Excuse me, I seem to have got a bit of a cough today.
Oh, get you tested.
It's not COVID. Everything's good.
Yeah.
Every time I see somebody cough, I'm
It's all
like,
good.
Who's got
No
the
other-
Rona? Hang up.
who's got the test? Let's go.
No other symptoms, I promise.
All right.
But yeah, when we did the Dragon Force tour, it was it was a different vibe entirely just doing it live on a stage. It was really cool. I was surprised how well a lot of the tracks took additional kind of heavier guitars to really push them a little bit further. What did you think about that, Hutch? About that vibe? Because the Dragon Force tour really took us to that direction a little bit more, right?
Yeah, it really solidified things, I thought, especially style-wise, and sort of more direction in writing new material sort of after that tour as well.
Yeah.
But again,
I
I
guess-
was, the tracks really, really worked. I was quite surprised at how well they worked live and how much energy there was there, especially with the guitars. So,
Yeah, those heavy crash chords definitely helped to get the Dragon Force crowds moving a bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've got to admit, I think at first a lot of the Dragon Force normal crowd were like, "What's going on here?"
I was just picturing like Dragon Force crowd, and then two guys come along with a synth.
Right. What's
Yeah,
this thing?
and I was wearing tracksuits, so it's like, whoa.
Wait, what is this?
But-
Erasure?
Oh, we should
Yeah.
definitely break that down because I'd love to. I actually literally had that on my note sheet too. Can we just talk about tracksuits for a second? Because
Yeah,
I mean, you are.
definitely. I love tracksuits.
We get down into the serious topics. Nobody
Oh,
wants to
wait,
hear
wait,
about
they're
guitars.
not-
We're all about
they're not Ru-
tracksuits.
Yeah, but they're not Russian.
I know. What's up with that?
Yeah.
The Russians want their tracksuits back. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
It's
I've had
so
that.
fly.
I've had that comment a few times.
Oh my god, I actually, it inspired me. Like, I want to go out and I just want to just buy this dope ass tracks. I think I would look pretty good. I think maybe a hat,
Yeah, and you'd be really comfortable.
Yeah, I hear they're
And
very
just-
comfortable
I think
too.
You just need to stop talking about it and just do it.
I'm
That's
gonna do it. I gotta
Get
do
done.
it. All right. So the next time you see me on Instagram, I'm gonna have my tracksuit, and I'm very excited about that.
I am too.
All right, I'm gonna go hit that. In fact, I'm gonna go on Amazon right now. Jules, can we play a song while I go ahead and dig up some tracksuits?
Yeah,
Oh,
let me
of
come over there and
course.
help you with the
Nice.
Got to make sure it's on. Yeah.
We'll pick out the colors together. This will be great. It's a great idea. Jules,
All right.
we
got a
something.
song.
Yes.
Our friend from Texas, Bonjita.
Oh, and I love the fact that you can say Texas now. Is he in the chat room?
I don't.
All right,
Think so.
We gotta talk to him.
Yeah.
I told him he moved from Serbia all the
Yep.
way. He's now living in Texas. So score
Ooh,
one.
you know what?
for the
that means I
US.
gotta update my Twitter list.
That's it.
Damn it.
No
And
longer a
and-
Serbian artist, but he's amazing. He goes by the name of Bonjita, and he's just doing these crazy, over-the-top, fun. He goes nuts with the keyboard. He likes the whammy, the little whammy on the keyboard, just all over the place. I love him. He's super awesome, dude. We're gonna go ahead and drop his latest right here. Feeling those good vibes in Texas, and this is called Long Distance Call to Bungitaria. Here it is. And once again, that was Bungita with Long Distance Call to Bungitaria. I actually said it right 2 times in a row.
Yes.
I'm so proud of myself.
You know, I used to call him Bongita. I think it was you who corrected me.
Yeah, well, I guess, well, we're not from the area, but it actually breaks down to, supposedly, it's a chocolate bar in Serbia. And I went on Google, and I tell you what, I could not find any reference of a candy bar called Bungita. I think he was just lying to me the whole time. So, I don't know. George, if you're over there, man, just send me some pictures, or just honestly, just send me the chocolate. That's all I care about.
Yeah, that's what I'd go for.
Like,
just the chocolate.
I don't care about
the chocolate is the proof.
The chocolate can be the proof. So there you go. And let's see if we can roll on into our next set here. We have a couple of birthdays in the house, right, Mr. Neon?
Yeah.
All right, you want to dive into that a little bit?
Sure. Yeah. Sunday, Hideotronic celebrated a birthday. Seattle artist, and he's dropped I think 3 singles in the last week and a half.
Yeah.
And his Halloween single, Freddy, was incredible. So happy birthday to Hideotronic. And then on Monday, it was Christian Bergagna.
Whoa.
And LVX, they celebrated birthdays. And let's see, coming up on Friday, one of my favorite artists, and I consider him a friend as well, Darwin MCD is celebrating a birthday from Southern California.
Birthdays.
Yeah, and then on the 14th, somebody notable as well, Quixotic.
Oh,
celebrating a birthday, as well as Daniel from LA Arson.
Very nice.
Oh yeah, happy birthday to everyone.
Well, that is very exciting. And a little bit later on in November, there is another awesome person who's having a birthday.
Yeah.
May or may not be me.
Do we know this guy?
I don't know. I stopped having birthdays, honestly. I just stopped having them. We'll see how that works out.
They're just like another day.
All right, real quick, let's go ahead and I'd love to jump into another track here, give our YouTubers a little something to groove on. What do we have lined up right now, Mr. Neon Fawkes?
Ooh, well, you found this track for us, and it turns out it's a fellow Canuck like me.
Ah.
He's from Edmonton, Canada, and this is PF1 with Rise Alone here on Night Ride FM.
And once again, that was PF1 with Rise Alone. Cool
That
tune.
was awesome.
Yeah.
PF1, aka Paul Fulbrandt from Edmonton.
Yeah. He was in the chat room. Is he still in
Oh,
the
he
chat?
still is. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
He's in there.
Shout out to Paul. Good
Yeah.
job, man.
Thank
Great
you for
tune.
listening, and thanks for the track.
And you can always go to Bandcamp. He has that on Bandcamp, and
Yep.
check that out.
pf1music.bandcamp.com from the album Possible Futures.
Oh, there you go. And before we go into our touring and events news, we do want to let you know that you can always reach out to us on our Discord. We have Discord because we're cool. And it's, nightride.fm/Discord. All the kids are doing it. And you can too. Just come be cool and hang out with rock stars and stuff.
Yeah.
And me.
Oh, and I do believe McRocklin and Hutch, you guys were saying you've got your own Discord as well, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I'm digging Discord. It's so useful. I've got one for the school and one for Shred Club. And it's great to see the communities growing. And I kind of go to bed and I wake up and there's like a bunch of new guys and they're all talking amongst each other and doing cool, interesting things. It's like it's really cool. So I've not been using Discord that long, but totally glad that it's part of what we're doing.
It'll get
it's
you.
really cool.
It'll definitely, you'll be hooked, and before you know it, you wake up, you're like, I gotta check out Discord. I gotta check my Discord.
I'm already there. That's happening.
Yeah, it does get you in, and then you're just like, Facebook is just a thing of the past, and you're just like, because it's nice. It's not, you don't have like these little things like, throwing politics at you 24/7. It's like you make the politics in your own little bubble.
Yeah, I like that. It's exactly, and keeps it, I guess people are kind of like-minded or into the same kind of stuff, and for me it's like on the School of McRock Discord, we have gear discussion and stuff, and it's really cool to see like a bunch of the members talking about possible new gear that they're all buying or just bought or excited because they've got a Kiesel guitar on the way or something like that. It's really fun. And then on the Shred Club, it's like a similar thing but probably even broader because people are just joining from the Twitch show. So it's really cool. Great platform.
So check them out. And do you have like a long URL to your Discord?
No, not yet. So my I guess main Discord is just linked from Twitch.
Well, there you go.
So that's where so if you're on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/McRocklin, it's in the link there to get it. But yeah, we're not that big on Discord to get the URL yet. I'll have to sort that out.
So when you guys are checking out you guys playing on Saturday, which of course everyone will be, and you can just click on the link, jump in the Discord. It's a party, right?
Yeah, I think Saturday we're definitely going to be hanging out on Discord afterwards.
Nice.
I think it's going to be a blast. So we're going to be playing tracks from Riding Out, as well as a bunch of the new singles, and
Very excited.
Decided to extend a couple of tracks as well for some extra jam sections.
Sweet.
And we've got a few other surprises, but I think it's just going to be a blast. As long as all the machines over here stay upright, should work pretty good.
As long as the old internets are working, believe me, I know how that works.
Yes, because
That's one thing.
when people see like previews, they think, oh, okay, you're in the same studio, the same setup. It's like, no, Hutch is like,
oh wait,
my house.
You're
he's
not
way away.
You're not in the
No.
same.
No, we're in our separate studios.
Separate studios.
Hold on. How in the world is that? And you guys are playing live?
Yeah. So basically, his video comes in. I put him on the sets. The sets are designed with me and my 3D designer. And then we have the audio coming into Ableton, so it's direct audio, sounds great, and it's all synced up. And then it goes on to another machine, and then all the production stuff's added. And then I'm
Holy
controlling
crap.
scenes remotely.
So it's going. Are you using Streamlabs?
Partly. The setup is so complex. It's like I use Ecamm for all of the actual scenes and build, and then that Ecamm goes out into Streamlabs, which then goes into Restream if we want to stream on different platforms. But the reason for that is we want to kind of record the show before it goes into Streamlabs, where you have different processing on the actual video and stuff, and we want to put overlays on the show, but we don't want to record those. But yeah, so it's using 2 pieces of streaming software
Holy
to
crap.
deliver it, but yeah, works.
It was. Yeah, I was just about to say it's tested, right?
Yeah.
So-
No, it's tested 2 or 3 times.
Wow.
That's good.
And I keep tweaking it. It's like an evolution of my streaming setup. But yeah, the McRocklin Hutch show is currently about 45 to 50 scenes in the actual stage setup.
Oh my god.
So it's pretty crazy to kind of run through all those scenes and play the guitar parts and change my guitar tones and have a mic on and try and talk to people. And
So
Yeah.
either this is going to
You should have. You know what? You should have made all the scene changes like something on a MIDI control.
I do, yeah.
Oh,
it
there you-
is. They're
There
all on
it
the
is.
floor. So
Oh my god. So this is
Yeah.
either going to be like a completely mind-blowing event, or it's going to be like somehow the green screen's going to be turned off. It's going to be like you playing in your living room. But
yeah,
I have a feeling
I get the wrong camera feed in. It's just some random person like watching TV coming through instead.
he's just eating mashed potatoes at the dinner table.
Pornhub in the background. I don't know.
Yeah, right. So I'm like, I honestly, I was like, oh, you guys are gonna play in the room. That's it. It was an amazing over the top level in itself, just like with the overlays, and you're playing on this like virtual stadium. You just told me you guys are playing in completely different areas. Like I almost like, I can't even believe it. Like I'm just like blown away. So yeah, you're gonna see me. I'm going to be tuning in, and
nice.
yeah,
Thank you.
I'm ready for a show. This is going to be
Yeah,
amazing.
no, we're going to try our best to deliver a good show. But yeah, I mean, I love Twitch for streaming. The interaction has been just really just fantastic, and the guys get me fired up. Like I stream twice a week on there.
Nice.
And every time I'm live, they're just absolutely just spamming me with emotes and just hype me up, and it just yeah, it's great. Similar to what you guys are doing, where being live and kind
Yeah.
of feeding off the comments and what everybody's doing. I love. I really, I mean, I like making content. I make a lot of content for Instagram. But live streaming, it's like, I think it's over the last year, it's been something that I've really become incredibly fond of, and it's just a lot of fun. And I guess also the excitement of having so much stuff in this studio that can go wrong, that keeps you right on the edge all the time, but it's fun.
But yeah, I was about to say that's the fun part.
Indeed. All right. So speaking of touring and events, let's dive into some of the other shows that are going to be happening right around this week and this weekend. So, Mr. Jules, do you want to do the honors with that?
Well, as we said, November 14th, 8 p.m. GMT will be the live show with McRocklin and Hutch.
Yes.
You can jump to twitch.tv/McRocklin to enjoy that.
Yeah.
And that same evening, the Synth Valley Stream Fest 2, hosted by Starfarer, is going to be on. And his performers this weekend are going to be Let 'em Riot, Vector Hold, Vampire Stepdad, LA Arson, Michael Weber,
Wow.
Knight Rider 87, who's in the chat, Sight, and Lord Nikon.
That sounds like a nice lineup.
Yeah, so that's Saturday's gonna be busy. And then of course I gotta throw this one out. December 11th, streaming live from one of the remaining venues we have left open in Toronto that hasn't gone under. Cybertronic Spree is gonna be doing a live stream. They dress up like the Transformers and they do covers like rock. They do covers of all kinds of cool stuff.
I love it.
And of course, yeah, they're gonna be doing a lockdown stream from Velvet Underground here in Toronto. So that's it for the touring event news.
Sweet. All right, let's
Quick.
Wait,
Wanna
who
throw a
got?
shout out?
Yes.
Shout out to IRQ Conflict, Yandor,
Ooh.
No PT, Chris Hawk, and the longtime Night Ride fan, Jess Mina, who apparently is having a YouTube issues. And I just saw Chris Hawk mention there's a worldwide YouTube outage going on right now.
Get out of town.
If you're listening to us on YouTube, then you're one of the lucky ones.
Yeah.
This explains why my mom was pestering me earlier that she couldn't watch Sherlock Holmes on YouTube.
Oh, it's a tough world sometimes, you know. What are you gonna do? All right, well, that is amazing. We have another track that we're going to go ahead and drop. We're getting ready to kind of round up our show. I hope you guys had a great time. But let's dive into this next one here real quick. Now, this is Arctic Mega Defender featuring Demi K, who is also in the chat room, speaking of Shredwave. And yeah, we're going to dive into this one. This is a little tune called Polar Mecha Bear?
Yeah, Polar Mecha Bear. It comes out this Friday, so it's a premiere.
Oh, nice. A premiere. Very, very nice. And I love the name. And let's dive right on into it. Arctic Mega Defender featuring Demi K. Here it is. And once again, that is Polar Mecha Bear. My God, Jules.
Yeah, that's like, after we're playing all these like synthy tunes a little bit earlier, and then boom. And I think that is Arctic Mega Defender's voice with Dimmy's guitar. Just
Holy crap. That is like the sound
off.
right there. My God. Yeah, I just like want to punch somebody. Like, it's a good thing I'm alone in a room because, man.
And I can't believe Dimmy's still awake because it's he's in Greece, right?
Yeah.
So it's 12:30 for our pro guests and probably 1:30 for Dimmy.
Yeah, well, it's nice to have these UK shows, but it's creeping up. It's creeping up late, and again,
speaking of creeping, let's.
yeah, we got to creep along here, and it's been. You guys are amazing. I mean, I just want to say, like, you guys are amazing. I can't wait to check you guys out on Saturday. It's going to be a rocking show.
Cool, man. Thanks for having us. Appreciate it. It's been fun.
Once again, everyone listening, go to twitch.tv/McRocklin on Saturday.
Yes.
8 p.m. GMT, some other time everywhere else.
Depending on where you are.
Yeah, depending on where you are.
So it'll be like noon KZL time, I think.
Yeah, I think somebody mentioned it. We should all just start talking in UTC time.
Yeah, I think so. We're just going to do that.
Yeah, it does get a bit kind of like, annoying when you do like a post and you got to put like 3 different time zones.
Oh, yeah. And not only that, you guys in the UK, you do your daylight savings, what is it, 2 weeks after we do?
Yeah,
so
I noticed that.
There's a period in time where you're like 4 hours different, and then it's 5 hours again.
Yeah. It totally caught us out because we sent an email out to all the members about, okay, we're going live for this week's masterclass, and like everybody was like kind of joining at random times, saying it's a bit early this week. It's a bit early. I was like, what the hell's wrong with these guys?
Can't you
just
kill
get on
time?
with it? It's like, wait a minute. Oh, actually, they're an hour out currently for the next few weeks. Like, okay, that makes sense.
Everybody should just switch to Toronto time.
That's it.
It'd be easier.
Be easier for you and me.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, I tell you what. Let's dive into. We got to send a couple shout outs to our Patreon members here because, they are amazing. If you want to support Night Ride FM, you can always go to, patreon.nightridefm.com. No, I don't even know the address. Z? Jules?
Patreon.com/Night Ride FM. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, there you go.
Looks lovely.
Our
Very
guests
nice.
have to save me because I don't even know my own Patreon account. So, yeah, you can join, and we do some fun stuff. We always do our shout outs. Really, everyone gets a shout out, but we also we do some fun things. We do like a few little extras that little behind the scenes and some fun stuff. We always kind of try to loop people in as much as possible. We do appreciate the support. It really helps us keep things going because servers cost money. It's a thing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and we will mention some of our Patreon members. So let's give it a go. We have, of course, our first Patreon is Honeybeard. Yes. We love Honeybeard.
Toronto artist. Woohoo!
Yeah. One of these days.
You know what? I'm meeting with him tomorrow.
Oh my God!
For lunch on a little patio.
I want to have whiskey with Gaz. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
So you're the lucky one until we hook up. Good old Gaz and Honeybeard. Great synthwave band, and they are up in Jules' neck of the woods. So, and Nicholas, you say his last name a lot better than I do.
Lapointe, he was in the chat.
Yeah.
So Nicholas Lapointe, thank you.
Thank you so much for the support. Of course, we have North Innsbruck. I want to give North Innsbruck a shout out real quick. He was nice enough to send me a CD of his latest EP, so I'm super stoked, and I've been listening to that in my car. It's nice, chill, space wave stuff, so it's very good. Very nice.
From the Twin Cities.
Yeah, indeed. And of course, we just heard Arctic Mega Defender, so I mean, he's rocking. He's doing his thing. And we have Amanda, is it Kayampa?
I don't know, it's either Chiampa or Chiampa.
Chiampa? It could be Spanish. Does that sound Spanish to you guys?
Well, kind of.
Chiampa?
Chiampa, yeah.
Ciampa. It sounds Spanish.
I'm gonna say Chiampa.
I'm gonna go with that because I like I like pronouncing Spanish names. I don't know why. Spanish names just sound better when you pronounce them. Like French and Spanish. Because you can roll the R's and, like really have fun with it,
Oh, we.
And without further ado, too, we want to send a very special shout out to. Hold on one sec. I haven't said this in a long time, Jules. I haven't said it in a while, so hang on one sec. Lilu Dallas! Sorry, I had to get that out.
It's been a while, yeah.
It has been a while. It was building up, man. It was building up. NCCA, also known as Lilu Dallas. Thank you so much for your support.
Hey, you know what? I just want to throw a couple of more shout outs to the chat. There's a couple of people I missed. There's Deshgoro Labinak and Gordeski MCO over in YouTube.
Very nice.
So thank you. And then for everyone else in the YouTube chat, wow, I've been keeping a list going here, and it's quite the list of people who joined us tonight. So thank you so much for joining the chat and listening.
And do not forget, you can always check us out on Spotify. You can check us out on the RSS feed, whatever that is. iTunes. I think Google. Are we on Google Podcast yet? I don't even know. I think Joe's on Google Podcast over at the Forever Synth. So, we got to keep up with those guys. So I think we'll be on Google Podcast next week. And, wherever awesome, rad music can be heard. And speaking of awesome, rad music, thank you again so much, guys. This was an absolute pleasure. Man.
Hey, good to be here, guys. It was a lot of fun, and I've had a blast. Thanks again for having us.
I can't wait to see you guys.
Great, thank you.
You're going to rock it out on Saturday. I'm going to be there. I'm going to have a nice drink, and I'm going to watch an awesome
nice.
synthwave show.
Well, don't forget about that tracksuit, okay? And
that's right.
Let me know what color scheme you go for.
I'm thinking
and,
gray
I
or
might get
black.
something that will complement it,
Yeah, I mean, because synthwave goes really good, honestly, with a tracksuit, and you got to look good. Even if you're just watching at home, you got to look good, right?
Yep, I agree. I'm with you 100%. So.
Well, that is awesome. And once again, guys, that is our show. We want to thank you so much for listening. We want to send a special shout out to our very special guests, McRocklin and Hutch. Woohoo!
Yeah, head on over to McRocklinHutch.bandcamp.com to gobble up all their music, and twitch.tv/McRocklin on Saturday to actually watch them do stuff.
Come hang out with us. It'll be fun. All right, we got one more tune. What do we want to close this show on out with, Mr. Neon?
Our buddy down in North Carolina, Synthwave Redneck, just dropped a new single. He also dropped a new episode of his podcast today. So, anyways, he let me pick this song to say goodnight to everyone with. It's called Orbiting Earth by Synthwave Redneck, and you're hearing it here on Night Ride FM. Good night, everyone. Thank you very much.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.